Hello, I'm Elizabeth Aubrey.
And I'm Katie Thompson.
And this is our evaluation to our production of Feeling Good News.
We hope you find it insightful in the ways in which we've created our music video and behind the scenes.
And I'm feeling good.
I chose Frankie Hickman for the main role of the music video because of his physique. We wanted
just buff body.
Yeah, we wanted someone who would physically attract the target audience of the young teenagers and young adults. But if we had someone who didn't exactly fit the criteria of appearance, then the target audience wouldn't be as attracted, so we wouldn't get as much feedback or energy from that character.
Because girls tend to like muscly people, so we thought he had the best physique when obviously he took his top off during the dancing scene.
But we needed someone like this, and we needed someone that was a bit older and was the ages of between target audiences, you know, of like 16 to 30, somewhere between there, so everyone can relate to, like, physically. And obviously other dancers.
We chose Ellie, Jess and Sophie because they all have a history, like together obviously as friends and dancers from different types of dancing, such as ballet, abstract and just freestyle dancing as well. And we chose these because they were the best at portraying a narrative-based music video, which is what we wanted because we were looking at the styles that Muse have done previously, and we've also looked at other genres of music video, particularly stuff like John Bon Jovi as well, that always tend to do like narrative-based music videos starring himself.
Yeah, we looked at Always, which is what Bon Jovi did. That had quite a really impactful like storyline, so we wanted to go for that kind of love but anger and like the whole like fiery kind of atmosphere, and we couldn't get that unless we had like the artistic trained people, which was through dancing and drama. But conventionally we needed this because the video wouldn't have worked for the music we chose.
Because we're art students as well, we wanted to make it as mostly like artistic as we could,
creative, like,
and we thought that this would be best with people that kind of work with us with the same kind of performing arts kind of theme going through it. We also looked at Lana Del Rey as well and how she portrayed her music videos with a narrative based style. We wanted them to inspire like obviously other generations of people as acting as the actor as well as the singer in the music video.
Also, obviously with Muse, it's quite a surreal, like dreamlike, like really wouldn't happen in reality. So we wanted to go for this with the whole like him starting writing the song as an artist, and then throughout the film he comes more alive as an artist in the main role, and how he dances and sings, and it's all spotlight and aggression. This really conventionally suited Muse, whereas if we did something more simplistic, it wouldn't go with the music, but it's quite powerful and symbolic. So conventions were important to our music video through imaginative flair and creativity.
Also, with the music video, we also filmed from different angles because this was also like what suited the conventions of a music video, such as whereas it's more emotive, we have more close-up shots of the main character. And then when it goes towards all the action scenes, it's more wide shot and establishing shots to show the different changes in locations and the different mood of the characters. As we kept swapping the different girls, Jess, Ellie and Sophie, as he was trying to, we were showing him playing them all behind each other's backs. So this was more effective because it showed this different emotion between the two girls, the three girls, as they all realised they're being betrayed by Frankie.
We got our inspiration for a scene which was in like a run-down building from Footloose, and although this wasn't an actual music video, we wanted something with a lot of dancing, smashing, like aggression. So obviously the storyline, like John Jovi, we wanted that storyline running through with the dancing, singing, which is what Footloose also offered to us. The inspiration came from the scene where he was dancing by the car and he was smashing things and swinging off things and really getting into that dancing, and it was almost like he'd made it up on the spot, although he choreographed it. and it really gives that like impact
Yeah.
of feeling.
We
and
also had to
aggression.
make sure the filming was perfect when we smashed the wood and the apple off the tree, because otherwise we couldn't really do it again. So we had to get that shot perfect just so we could do it in slow motion, which made the effect of anger really come forward. We also really wanted to, like other music videos, we really wanted to portray the real emotion, which obviously you get in the most music videos anyway, especially with the theme that we had behind ours. So
yeah. And another thing we took a risk with was the quite a romantic dancing between Ellie and Frankie, and we used a different song, which was Birdie's Skinny Love, to get that purity to
But
what
then
we
it fit
was going
perfectly
for.
to the
Yeah,
track,
we knew it'd
so-
have to fit, like we knew where we wanted the timing for the jump and how that would all
Yeah.
like impose into each other, but we knew that the actual feeling good wouldn't get that creativity flowing through the dancers to act romantically, and obviously 'cause it's more on aggression, and that's, we chose to have Skinny Love as like a kind of influence towards Ellie more than Frankie, because Frankie was feeling aggressive,
Ellie
thinking back.
loved him. We wanted
Ellie
to make
loved
the
him.
characters really look like they loved Frankie, and they were really hurt when they realised they went behind them. This is like other music videos, but we wanted to kind of challenge the convention of music videos that when we used the actual Footloose as a film, because obviously other music videos they don't really have that, they don't use that much of a story, and we figured that with the different shots and location it would make this more effective, so it was...
Well, we also used the shots when they was holding their bodies like this, as we wanted to like cover up the clothes and like
Yeah.
have more of a pure like naked scene, like seeing them for what they
Yeah.
really are and who they are now. And it was quite I think it's really impactful, like how...
Well, it was based on the film Armageddon, with the different shots at
Whereas
the end. So once
flashback
again, it
scene.
challenged the conventions of music videos, and it made it more effective because it was more, like you say, like more powerful and really artistic in the way that it shot the pictures of the girls on. So
Yeah,
it was-
we didn't want like everyday music video, like, you know, with the whole this happens and like,
Yeah.
you know, it's always about love and stuff, but we wanted more of a, this is how this person's ended up, and this is in then, and this is in flashback, and we wanted all these different scenes and locations to show that like this isn't just an average mind, this is the mind of Muse and the mind of us put together.
For our music video, we also created a storyboard that would plan out the camera angles, the actual shots, like what the distance from the characters that we'd have, so that we show it more effectively. We also showed like the different costumes they'd be wearing, which is also a convention of music videos, because when all of the dancers were actually in the spotlight scenes, we had them wearing actual like proper dancing clothes, and obviously we made Frankie topless, you know, to attract the female target audience. We also, when he was out in the woods and the factory kind of scene by Footloose, we also wanted him wearing like jeans and white shirt that would
was
like...
obviously the influence that we had, like the casual dress, what
Like
was
that-
in his own home
yeah.
place. But the girls in the dance scene wore white dresses to show that purity.
Yeah.
Obviously the storyline was coming like, this is the pure girls that went through it, and this is the girl now.
Yeah.
And Jess was wearing black at the end because she was what the girls perceived
It's like
as
they're
evil,
being
like-
depressed and everything from
because
looking back in the
obviously
past.
to the girls we see them as like, you know, they haven't got the man, but that makes Jess look like the bad one, and Frankie obviously is the bad boy.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Jess leaves him as well, so then it makes him angry, which is we're showing him reflecting our past by the use of the like showing the sky and how we edited him falling from like the wall as like a bad dream.
it's sort of a hard story to get your head around, obviously, because you don't know who's really upset. Is it the girls? Is it the artist? Is it, you know, but the actual one that's ended up bad is Frankie, the one who wrote the song, and obviously that's where we wanted to have that like challenging the convention of the actual song name feeling good, because he isn't feeling good. So like we've tried to make it look like this song is an original kind of lyrical
Yeah.
suited to this story. And
We also wanted the locations to look quite rugged, like the attitude of the song, like quite powerful. Like fighting his way through bushes, it's slamming stuff down, it's smashing stuff, it's like really dark mood scenes. Like that's why we wanted the blue spotlight, because it created quite a sadness to it.
We didn't want to copy like other. Like obviously, Feeling Good's quite a popular song. Like many people have done it, not just being Muse.
Michael Bublé as well.
Michael Bublé did it. And obviously, we didn't want it to just be one of the
because
music
they create
videos
it kind of calm and
like.
but Muse uses the colour red to portray like anger and everything, whereas we wanted to create blue to create like negativity and sadness.
We didn't want it to be a music video that was just based on following lyrics and being literal. We wanted something that was like, oh, okay, that's quite a good storyline to really make you think about what's going on.
For our music video, we analysed the feedback we had from our target audience, and we found that
The blog was rated as excellent because we had the basic research of what inspired us, being films or the music videos or choreography. And then we also did like the certain like research we needed to find out if we wanted to do a music video or what other options there were. And then from this, eventually we reached different designs and ideas for certain clips and scenes and locations.
we also put like risk hazards on there that we'd get from filming, like the dangers, how we could get away with them, like how we could prevent us from like causing them, what actors we'd have high imagination and creative flair, which is what we wanted as being like art students as well as media students, because we wanted our music video to be as creative as possible because of our song choice, which was obviously really creative as well.
The audience did actually say they wanted more lip singing in the video, but we didn't want to go over the top with the lip singing because obviously
we wanted it to be more narrative based. That was the idea. Where it was lip singing, it weren't really showing much of a story. Like there wasn't much of anything else, just him singing. Narrative based music videos, they don't have as much lip singing, which is what we wanted anyway. So we just looked at other music videos, and the more popular ones that were more narrative based seemed to have less lip singing in them, because obviously it didn't tell a story. And then it showed why you had that kind of emotion from the actual scenes that we showed of what was going on between him and the girls. So
a lot of it was positive feedback, but the negative we also had was the font and the text in the video.
Because we didn't really have much text within the music video, like when we were introducing it,
lyrics in the song, but we didn't have
it quite simplistic because we wanted people to focus on the artistic nature.
We didn't really see the relevance of having text throughout our video. Like for our video, it was literally what you'd see on a music video channel, which would be the song title, the artist, and the album cover name, and that's what we did, beginning and the end. We chose red writing so that it stands out and
because
a bold
we tried
font.
Every other colour, didn't we?
Yeah.
We
tried white just blending in with the brightness, and we tried, was it blue?
Oh yeah, we tried like dark blue as well.
Just clashed with the suit, you couldn't really see which one to focus on. And then we thought red would be appropriate because Muse is quite like a demonic, weird kind of band, and we thought we'd bring a little bit of Muse into it through the font. And you know, this is Muse's song cover, but we're doing the music video to it, so we wanted to still have that element of Muse and the recognition that this is a Muse song.
We also, when we looked at the audience feedback, we looked at every aspect of the editing that we included and every aspect of our music video. They said that our shot composition was good, which was obviously good because we had these different shots. We had a really wide variety of shots.
We didn't want just normal shots like the lip syncing.
Yeah, we wanted like
over the
tilts,
top,
we wanted tilts, we wanted angles, we wanted close-ups, and wide shots,
tracking
shots.
We wanted all of that. We wanted low, high, just really give up. We had a slight problem with the zooming in. We decided to zoom in on the wood being smashed.
Which people said, because obviously it was quite blurry, we didn't zoom in with the actual camera, we zoomed in from the editing that was on the Adobe
it was a difficult shot to do because obviously you couldn't smash the wood once. And
we tried to do it so that it showed each piece of the wood as it goes up, because it really shows his anger, but it did end up looking quite blurred, didn't it, because of the fact the impact of it as well.
The most important one which we used was the camera, and for this it was the Sony HDR. We use this for all the filming, everything to do from the beginning to the end, different scene locations. This camera was always used, we didn't change the camera. So all the footage and everything was programmed into the camera, of which we then moved on to the Mac for filming and editing. So
we also used the Camlink tripod to hold the camera, because in most of the cases where we were filming, we needed it to be quite steady, especially in the factory scene, because we needed the shots to be literally dead on, like spot on, especially for the wood smash and the apple smash against the tree.
Yeah, because we wanted most of the filming to be still and to not have that wobbly hand movement that handheld camera has.
It was quite handy when we were filming the dancing scene, when we were going around the dancers, and it was easier to get all the angles all the way around.
That was about tracking of when we went round and then tilted the camera. That was important for us to have it handheld, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to get that like motion unless we was on like a rotation machine, which obviously wasn't in our budget, so we couldn't use that. Our software and everything we used, from cameras to Photoshop, everything we used on that we'd put on a blog.
And it was on blogger.com.
Yeah, so blogs you can put on media use, such as like moving images and video clips, whereas on a document which has been printed out you wouldn't be able to have all that. So
we also could have all the stages of planning and in the months and that we did it in, so that we had it all in order.
Yeah, so that was quite handy.
It was also quite good when we were researching as well, because I could put everything that we researched onto the blog. For editing our filming, we used Adobe Premiere Pro CS 5.5, I think it was. And we used this, and it enabled us to put all of the clips on together, to edit the brightness of the clip, to edit the shortness, to cut bits out, to add all the superimposed, all of the...
It's basically just what the film was created on. We needed something which would have the software to
make it look effective,
store it all, and
to make it
have
more
the memory to
like
we used a lot of like superimpose, like we go over and then we had the sky where the face was coming through, and all these things wouldn't have been able to be produced if it wasn't for the software of Adobe Premiere. So we needed that in order to construct the whole project, otherwise it wouldn't have worked.
And it like I say, it helped us with all the, like, to merge the sound and the clips together and to make them in time as well. So that was quite effective.
What we did was we muted the whole like sound, and then
we just increased the sound of the actual music. We also researched the films such as the Footloose, where we saw the factory scene. We researched the Armageddon clips. We researched loads of different music videos, such as like the Madonna, the Lana Del Rey, Bon Jovi. We did them all and then put them all, like all this research. We did all this research on the blog.
And then iTunes as well. We at the beginning of the music video, we had like an introduction to the musician, and sort of a build up the tension, like you have the door creak and the footsteps. You don't actually see the face till he's playing the instrument, the song comes on.
These were separate sound files, weren't they?
So we downloaded them different to the song. That wasn't at all like part of the original song. That was something we added in.
To open it as if it's a story, like an opening line to the story.
And we downloaded this off YouTube onto iTunes onto the MP3 format.
We also used QuickTime Player and screen recordings, and this to show the planning and the construction of our music video, as we showed the stages in which we edited it and we screen grabbed it. We also showed the shots, so we could also add it to this evaluation as well. we screen grabbed and screen recorded, and all of the actual scenes that we really wanted to include in this evaluation and on the blog itself, so it was quite good. And we also used Photoshop as well, didn't we?
Yeah, Photoshop was a massive part to the print artefacts.
Yeah, particularly the adverts,
Yeah.
because of the fact like it helped us to edit the main photo we used to show that the face was in half darkness, half light, as if to say it was like haunting them and going into the light.
And on Word document we were able to...
Some Microsoft Word.
Yeah, Microsoft Word. We was able to go on to colour effects and artistic effects. So we played around with them, and obviously we come up with the
helped us
brightness
to create
and
our
that kind
layout
of
easier
alien-like face, which was 3 girls, and obviously that allowed us to like trying out the different softwares, and it really was able to like nail the actual final piece we wanted. And then on the poster as well, it was all linked together, the whole idea.
It was helping us to, like I said, to do the layout with all the ratings and the stars and stuff underneath it, and it was easy to put the pictures on like that and do the origin of symmetry that way than it was to do it straight onto Photoshop, because it was a lot quicker and it looked better as well. It looked more effective with the black background, which I couldn't do on Photoshop because it's quite limited in some ways.
Well, the whole album cover was edited on Photoshop apart from the front, which we didn't add on Word and Photoshop, wasn't it? But the inside, the interior of the album cover, that was all done in Photoshop, and we did all the text on the back on Photoshop, and the copyright symbols, that was all done there. So all like the Photoshop and the Word was all a massive importance, like technology wise, into our production, because it was not only these softwares help the filming, it also develops what we need to... It really
helped with everything being
advertising
the
music videos just as important, otherwise there would be no music video without the advertisement.
We also used the green screen as well, which helped with our evaluation, because it helped us merge the background with us, so like...
That's the green screen.
We'll add we add pictures, we can add our videos that we've done onto it, we can edit it, we can add the brightness onto it and everything like that, so it's quite handy as well. So
everything just comes together with the different media technologies. But without it there would be no production, no
but when
advertisement.
you look at the music video you don't really realise how much actually went into it. There's quite a lot of stages we went through, like with the editing and everything like that. There's all the print artefacts at all different stages, and we all needed all of these programs to create them. So.
That's it for our evaluation. We hope you enjoyed our music video.